Jai Bhagavan. Most people do not know that as humans, we function through the medium of the mind in the dimension of time. Means we are functioning as a reactive perceiver. Because when we see what is present now, we can't see it as it is because we see through the medium of the mind. From the past means in the dimension of time. So when we see what is present and whole now, we see it through the unresolved, impaired memories of the past. So we see it as if the person or an object that is present is for me or against me. That means this is perceived by the reactive, subjective perceiver that perceives the reality through the divided memory of reality it's facing now. This is so big that it affects your entire life. And everything that appears as a problem to you through the reactive subjective perceiver from the past is a false problem. It's not a real problem. Why? Because you are perceiving it through the memory event that triggered by who is present. And therefore, you are not seeing what is present and whole now. You are seeing it through the lookalike memory that triggered by the person who is present. So you are seeing through your past. You're not seeing what is present. And this is common to all human beings because we function as a subjective reactive perceiver. Means we perceive what is present objectively, we perceive subjectively through the reactively divided memory event of the past that has nothing to do with the present. So we live in the memory events of the past. This means we are living as humans, we are living in the memory prison of the past. So whatever is in the memory, what we call what I am, the friends I'm attracted to, in time became enemies I'm afraid of in the memory. That is what you are living in the outer world. Because every reaction is reincarnated, relived memory event of the past. That means you are suffering now from what is present as you suffered from when you face what is present now in the past. So you are reliving your experiences of the past. Suppose there is some event that just happened in your life, some situation. For example, somebody, loved one that is dying, or the market is crashing and it is going down, and the fears come up. Did you know that you are not afraid? The fearful thoughts that comes to you are triggered by the market, stock market that is going down, or the loved one who is dying. So your fears are triggered by what is happening out there. What is happening out there is not creating what you are having. It is created by the memory event it triggers from the past. This is so big that if you understand this truth, that whenever you are afraid of someone or something or some life situation, if you know you are not afraid of what is happening now, the fearful thoughts that is scaring you so badly are coming from the memory event that got triggered by it. So your thinking is from your past. So for example, you are 3 sons of a wealthy parent and your business is going well and stock market is crashing down. Well, each of the 3 sons is going to think about it and fear it, not from what is happening out there, the stock market crashing. They are afraid through the memory event that was pre-programmed in each each son's past. So each son is going to think differently about the same event. So one son may say, well, this is disaster. I know our company is going to fall apart. We won't have enough money to pay our employees. Its market is going down. We don't have income. The other one says, the market has every time gone down. It has always come up. I am fine. It will work out. So the third person thinks differently. So each son thinks the same event differently because each one is seeing the same event through their own unresolved toxic memory stress disorder built into their feeling body as an energy block. So each person is seeing what is present through the reactive perceiver. It cannot see what is real. It can only see what is real through the memory events of the past. So if you know this truth, you know that when you have fearful thoughts that is upsetting you, you can just simply sit down and relax and know that these thoughts are not about what is really happening. It is about how it was programmed in my memory when the traumatic event that triggered these memories in my past. Just once you begin to properly understand that, the knowledge of who you are not, the ego mind that is working through the toxic memory stress disorder, pathological disorder from the past is false. You can instantly begin to feel, contemplate on this thought, see that all your thoughts of fear that is scaring you so much, creating so much stress in your body and unhappiness in your life. You know you don't want that to happen. And when you know what is happening is false, it's coming from my unresolved memories. Once you know that, it's not real. All your thoughts, angry, fearful, frustrated thoughts and emotions are false. And once you know this and trust this truth, you will begin to progressively feel more relaxed. Your fears will drift away. Your thoughts of fears, you will disconnect from the false perception of reality. And you will be able to see the stock market just the way it is. Now you are no longer seeing it through the past. You are present. You're seeing it as it is now. You will have not the fearful thoughts, but the creative thoughts about how to handle this. And you'll be transported from unnecessary suffering from fear that doesn't solve the problem at all. On the contrary, you are reliving the memory problem of the reincarnated memory of the past. And you are suffering and you are losing your energy that feeds it. Means You are abusing your own energies through such false fears. All disappears. And you feel like new energy connection. You feel more and more at peace with what is. And now you are disconnected from fearful thoughts into creative thoughts. Now the new options about how to handle the stock market comes up more creatively, intuitively, with insights that weren't there before. So you have solved the problem where it is caused, rather than where it appears as an effect in the outer world. And where it appears as an effect, it appears through your fears. So when you remove the fears, the effect, false effect, disappears. When the reactive perceiver vanishes, reactively perceived objects of fear vanishes. When reactive perceiver, the subject, vanishes, reactively perceived object vanishes. This is the most powerful technique of returning to the truth. This is what Christ meant. You shall know the truth, and truth shall make you free. So when you know the truth, these fearful thoughts are false, but they are giving you really painful experience, traumatic experience. You can instantly disband from the trauma and enjoy the freedom from the past. You no longer live in the memory prison of the past. You no longer live in the memory graveyard of the past. You have been awakened to live in the present. This is precisely what happened for me when I had awakening experience. This is what I was awakened to see the truth and drop the false. My reactive thoughts that I was using to build, to perform yoga postures, and my reactive thoughts were judging my body. I'm too stiff. I'm better than other. I'm not so good. I was practicing mind-body conflict. When I went into spontaneous meditation, I was no longer the performer, the ego mind. I had withdrawn from identification with time-bound ego mind that operates from the false memory events frozen in time. I have come out to be free in timeless presence now. So let us meditate, okay? And we will practice meditation. Hold on. You may close your eyes. Relax. Relax your face. There are some expressions from before when you were active mentally or emotionally or physically. Drop all the expressions. Relax your face. Relax your shoulders, your abdomen. Bring your attention to your breath. And feel its connection. The breath connecting to the belly. And feel your belly moving up and down with blowing breath in it moves up. With breath out, it moves down. Just watch the movement of your breath in and out with the belly, out and in. Relax. Observe your breath. Just observe your breath, natural. Do not try to change it or try to do breathing deeply. No, just natural. Relax. So when you come back to natural breath, you're returning back to the polarity of breath in and breath out. And that moves in a circular motion. Breath in and breath out. So watch how at the end of the breathing in, there starts the breathing out. At the end of the breathing out, it begins the breathing in. Feel that cycle of breath. When you enter this cyclical movement of breath in and out, you have dropped into the polarity of the body. You are back in co-creative interaction between your breath and your timeless presence. Breath of polarity has connected you to the unifying presence of timeless presence that has manifested through it. And allow yourself to feel this beautiful unifying co-creative interaction between timeless presence, timeless sympathetic polarity, male polarity with time-bound female polarity. So you have entered into paradoxical experience where inside is outside, outside is inside through the circular pranic movement. When you are in co-creative interaction with the body within the inner object, you are in co-creation with any body or any object in the outer world. You are in harmony within and harmony with what is present now in the outer world. There is no inside or outside, to the presence that you are. Allow yourself to feel completely at peace with the presence that you are now and with what is present in the outer world as it is now. There is no separation. Notice where you are so totally present, here and now. All the unresolved, toxic memory stress that you suffer from the past has simply vanished. You have entered the bliss body, the Anandamaya Kosh. You are the presence, the timeless presence, living in the bliss body of the timeless presence. I want you to remember this truth. So anytime you are irritated, afraid, frustrated about with anyone or anything in the outer world, you know you are not frustrated. What happened outside triggered the look-alike memory event you carried in your past. That is what is frustrated. or angry or fearful. It opens the door to freedom from the past. Each time you realize the truth. Practice this right away in small events in the beginning and build up your strength. How well it works to let go of the false so the real can be reborn. This is what Christ meant when he said, unless you die, you cannot be reborn. Unless you, who is identified with time-bound memory events of the past, dies, the timeless presence that you are cannot be reborn. You may now gradually open your eyes and know that you have, through this meditation, opened the door to freedom from the past. Use it and practice it every day. And you will succeed sometimes, and before you succeed sometimes, you may fail many times, but that's a part of success. So allow that to happen. Don't judge yourself. Trust the truth and continue your journey. This will bring happiness where there was unhappiness, pleasure where there was pain, bliss where there was agony. You become a magician. You create your life in a beautiful way from moment to moment. Jai Bhagwan.